Hello everyone that is watching Maximed Global, beginning by you in the country, from north to south, east to west, not forgetting you watching from the capital city Kigali and from the rest of the world. We salute you. As you can see on your screens, we are with a woman and she's going to be talking to us. You are seeing her for the first time on this platform, but we guarantee you are going to find out who she really is on our way to visit her famous son. My name is Odette Chiza, the mother of Elin Nsanzimana. When we say Elin Nsanzimana, some people know him from different YouTube channels. In your own words, what is he known for?
Nsanzimana nyine abantu bamuzi yuko ari akana kakamuga nyine ifite agatwe gatoya. People
know Nsanzimana as a disabled child with a very tiny head. They say he resembles a monkey in appearance. Does Nsanzimana's disability runs through the family? No, the other children have a normal life. Even the dead ones weren't disabled either. Sometimes I think God gave us Eli because it's what we asked for. After losing 4 children in a row, me and my husband were praying to God to give us at least a disabled child. After giving birth to Eli, we praise the Lord for answering our prayers, despite everyone telling us that he wasn't human. Your son is very famous now. How did he get the media attention? There was a man running VUP, a community-based development program in our village. He had some connections with the media. He used to take photos and end up leaking Eli's to a media house. One day, some journalists came to the village to pay me a visit. I told them about our life, how vulnerable we are. We were mostly feeding on beans leaves, and I told them that my son Eli had trouble eating them. They told me to hang in there for a little while, and they promised me I was soon about to stop feeding on leaves. They covered my story and left me some money. They also promised me that my years of starvation are soon coming to an end. A short while after, I received a phone call from a woman based in Kigali. She said she got my number from that story. She asked how I was doing, and I told her everything I said to the journalist is true. She then sent me 10,000 Rwandan francs. I used that money to put some food on our table. After her, I kept receiving calls and financial support from different people. I also received food items from people based in the US, the Netherlands, and so on. It really improved our lives. We are on our way to visit your son at school. Could you please tell us how he ended up there? The journalists came back and said they will first have to build me a house since the one we were staying in was in a very bad shape. And after they can put my son in school. I had to wait, but I wasn't really believing them. They eventually built the house, though it kept people from supporting us again. Even the ones abroad were saying I've made it. I no longer need support. Recently, the journalists came back and told me they are taking my son to school. I agreed, and they had me accompanying him all the way. That buried all the sorrow he was causing me, because back at the village he would be assaulted every time he's not at home. And I had to take him with me everywhere for his protection. But now I thank God that he is safe in school. They bought him clothes, a rolling suitcase, a school bag, a mattress, bed sheets and blankets, and all other necessary school accessories. So who pays for the school fees? I honestly don't know who. I can only guess. There are 2 white people who paid me a visit separately. One came with journalists and they translated to me that the white person was going to find support for Eli. The second came and took me to Rubavu to seek admittance, but they denied him admission on the grounds that the foreigner wasn't to be trusted to pay school fees. Once he moves back to his native country, he might change his mind. He held discussions with the school leaders and had some agreements. But up to now, I can't really tell who pays for the school fees or how much they pay. How do you feel about visiting your son at school for the first time? I was desperately wishing to see my Nsanzimana. I even called the school and asked them to put him on the phone just to make sure he's at least alive. The school official was handling other school activities and I ended up not getting my son on the phone. When I left him at school, I headed back home crying all the way. I even spent the following 2 days without eating anything. I was like, I'm losing the only child I was left with at home. We used to sleep together, and though sometimes he'd get into some troubles, I could not comprehend the fact I won't be seeing him anymore. I can't wait to meet my son. As you can see, we just arrived at Tuvumwe Community Center, the school Elin Nsanzimana is attending along with other disabled students. The mother is visiting her son at school for the first time.
Imana izaguha ubwenge nk'ubwo wahaye Salomo Imana izakongera ubwenge ntiwabera mwana wanjye nsa uriga neza uriga neza gansa baba Nikonsa. Nikonsa.
Awaha.
Uriga. Uriga. Uriga.
Wa.
Uriga sa. Niko. Sa. Sanzima. Uriga. Uriga neza. Uriga neza. Fata. Nifate. Nitwarire.
Ya.
How are you feeling after meeting your son?
My
heart is finally at peace. I was so worried leaving him here, but I'm even beginning to see some improvements about him. I'm really pleased to be sitting next to my son again. Eli can't verbally communicate, but he made sure his mother knows how he feels. We talked to the school officials about how they perceive Nsanzimana. Nsanzimana is an amazing kid. Most people have a wrong understanding about such persons, but he's human just like me and you, and he deserves dignity. I personally welcomed Eli here. He wasn't that different to other disabled kids, and he quickly adapted to a new life. It took him less than an hour to be comfortable in class, and he kept doing better. Now he's getting used to following instructions. We have been keeping up with Eli's story, and we always believed he belongs here. He's currently at a transition phase where we are still assessing what he's passionate about, what he's capable of, so we can maximize his education potential. We can only wish the best for Eli as he embarks on his education journey, and in the words of his mother, may God grant him much wisdom like he did with Solomon. Thank you for watching.
Maximed, link up with the world.